Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. This is the penultimate lecture. It's going to be a short one of EECS 298. It's good to see you, lots of people. There is going to be a motion capture, Steph, should I call it a demonstration or a recording? What? Yeah, it's for a research project, and I think it's going to be happening right in there across the way in maybe about 45 minutes or so, okay? So I highly encourage you, when that starts rolling, walk over there and we can watch the motion capture occur and see what that process is like. I hear it could be a little bit wild, so we definitely want to catch that if we can. If you look at where we are on the schedule, we are basically done, y'all. You have about 5 days remaining in this semester. You are very nearly finished, and congratulations to you. We're going to have our final lecture at the very end of the showcase. I'm going to actually, today, I want to walk you through what the showcase is going to look like, what you're going to want to have, what's going to happen during it, so you can be ready for Monday. But then the rest of the session and the office hours, I'd be happy to help you with your final projects. If you have any issues, if you want any ideas, you want me to look at anything, give you feedback on stuff, let me know. Is there anyone, how many of you have started your project, your final project? Okay, good. All right, fantastic. So I think I've said it a few times before, but next time we run this course, we're almost certainly going to have a deliverable halfway through the project, just to kind of get people, spreading this work out a little bit. That will make things a lot nicer. Okay, so some announcements. There is a big, juicy extra credit available on Monday. Okay, after your showcase on Monday is the big EECS 494 showcase happening from 7 to 10 p.m. across the diag in the Beister building. So not far away at all. It tends to look like this. It's quite big. And the EECS 494 showcase that's the main course where you kind of learn how to build big indie games, okay? And not just the art for them, but programming them. And so you're going to see a lot of teams who've got their games kind of set up. They're going to have a bunch of their booths set up, and it should be a really good time. Have any of you contributed to an EECS 494 project? Okay, I know a few people did. Okay, fantastic, excellent. So you'll be able to see the final version of your games, and hopefully your name will be right there in the credits. If it's not in the credits, you better tell them so you can get credit for it. And speaking of getting credit for it, you can come up anytime to get your course completion stickers, limited edition EECS 298 stickers right here. Your friends will not have those. And I also got you some Blender stickers as well, okay? Hopefully people will see that Blender sticker and they will get quite excited to talk to you about Blender or maybe complain to you about it, right? Whatever people are feeling that day. A quick note, the extra credit is going to be regraded toward the end of the semester. After the postmortem is finished, I'll regrade the extra credits. So you'll still have a chance to give feedback on those assignments to get some extra credit for them, okay? And yep, course completion stickers are available now. I'm going to have them at the showcase as well on Monday, but after that, that's it, okay? I'm not going to drive back to Ann Arbor to get you those stickers, okay? So anyone have any questions or comments on anything before we jump into the showcase and kind of how it's going to look and run? Okay, so the showcase, we've never had an EECS 298 showcase before, but chances are it's going to look kind of like a cross between the EECS 494 showcase, which we have definitely had quite often. Very big, very dense showcase. Now, we don't have that many games at 494 Showcase, only about 18 of them. And so there tends to be a smaller number of games, but they're very well signposted, right? They've got these big booths. They've got their logos put up high. That is not going to be the case in this 298 Showcase, okay? In 494, we have 18 games to show off. In this course, how many games do we have to show off? What's that? 90-some? Yeah, about 80. About 80, okay? Steph, what is the official capacity of this room? On the hall. Is it like, it's 40? What? 141. 141 in this room? Yeah. Okay, all right, so we're not over capacity. I was told that it was like 40 or something. So, okay, but we're going to have about 80 games in this room. And so, when you bring your game to the showcase on Monday, you're going to want to bring it on a fully charged laptop. Why should it be fully charged? Well, you might not have access to an outlet. There are so many outlets in this room. There are outlets kind of in the middle here between the computers and monitors. There are outlets along the walls, but there's a finite amount. And you don't want your game dying and your laptop falling asleep midway through the showcase because we didn't charge it. So please remember to charge it if you can. This is footage of the EECS 440 showcase. This is a bit smaller than 494. This is the XR showcase. And so you often have kind of a lot of people walking through and experiencing different AR and VR projects. And I expect it to be a little bit busier than what you see here in the room. So you're going to have lots of people kind of moseying around. And if you have one laptop, that means one person can be playing your game at any given time. If you have two laptops, or if you have a laptop and the machine rolling, that means two people can be playing your game at once. But please don't take more than one machine in here, okay? We want everyone to have a chance to kind of show their stuff off. If you claim a whole row of machines and log in on all of them, that's just kind of dominating the room. Don't want to do that, okay? But it's probably going to look like this. It'll probably be a bit busier than what you see up here. And so one question is, how are you going to both play other games and watch your own game be played at the same time? How is that possible?
Splitting up into two groups.
Bingo. We're basically going to have two groups in this showcase, okay? Are you going to be part of the even group or the odd group? You're going to find that out in just a moment, okay? But let's keep talking. This is the schedule tomorrow. If you can, you absolutely should show up at 1 p.m. latest, okay? Normally you show up at about 1:30 to get the lecture that goes from 1:30 to 3:30, but in general, if you can get here at 1 o'clock, you want to, that will allow you to grab prime real estate, okay? When you are trying to get people to play your game, where are most people kind of walk into the room? Do you know? What's the one way to enter this room? That doorway. And it might be very advantageous for you to have a game set up kind of as people walk in, okay? So the computer is kind of along that side right there, that is kind of near the front desk. That is pretty prime real estate. But so too is the real estate kind of in the middle of these aisles. If you end up with your machine kind of on the outside, okay, that's not a bad location to be, but the traffic is going to be a little bit less, probably. So getting here a bit earlier means you get to claim your spot, prime real estate, and that could result in a better showcase for you. From 1 to 3:30 or 1:30, you're going to want to get your laptop set up. You're going to want to get your game set up. If you are using one of these machines to be a second kind of play area, a second station, then you want to get that logged in. okay? You want to get your web browser running. You want to get the display settings changed. These are very high resolution monitors, I believe. And if you play your game on them, you might actually find that there's quite a bit of lag. The frame rate's not very good. Part of that is because your monitor, your game is rendering at 4K, and your game does not need to render at 4K, okay? None of your games need to render at 4K. Your games are awesome and beautiful and full of charm, but you probably don't need 4K, okay? So if you change the display settings to something like 1920, 1080, something a bit lower, then you'll probably get much better performance. You might have noticed, but if your game detects that you're running at a low frame rate, what will happen? Yes?
Render scale will go down.
Yeah, your game will start to cut your render scale, which means your effective resolution of your game is going to start going down and down and down until your game looks very fuzzy. Because your game has detected that your performance is bad, and it's trying to get it back up to 60 frames per second or 30 frames per second. So anyway, right, just note that if you start seeing those issues, you want to start thinking about performance. Okay, so from 1:30 to 3, we'll do something else. So from 1 to 1:30, this is your time to kind of set up as an exhibitor at the showcase. At 1:30 p.m., all of our marketing has instructed people to show up here. So hopefully your friends and family, right, will start walking in. People from the community will start walking in. If you haven't invited your friends and family yet, you absolutely should, okay? They really want to see your work. They want to play your games, and they'll have a really great time. Okay, especially if your family is helping fund your tuition, you really, really owe that to them. Please let them know and give them a chance to enjoy what you have worked so hard on, okay? So from 1:30 to 3, we will have that exhibition period, and it should be a good time. Unlike the 494 showcase, there's not voting. So you're not trying to win the showcase, okay? But you are trying to get feedback, and you are trying to get a feel for what makes your particular game special, okay? It's really important because you're going to have to talk about your game with recruiters, with interviewers, with future colleagues. So getting a feel for what your game does well and how you might be able to improve it, if you want to after the course ends, is a really, really powerful and impactful thing, okay? From about 3 p.m. to 3:30, when the class officially ends, we're going to have a quick outro. I have a quick presentation. We're going to recap the course a little bit, and we'll be revisiting a few important ideas at the very end here, okay? So look forward to that. But at about 3 o'clock, the exhibition will end, and we will do a quick final few words to end the course. Okay, and it's going to basically be me up here yelling at everyone, and that's just how it'll be, and shouldn't be too bad. Then you've got one final chance to get your course completion stickers. If your friends can't be here, if your course mates, your peers can't be here, you can grab some for them. But please don't take more than one of each of these 2 types of stickers, or we will run out. Okay, so a quick look at what it means to exhibit, okay? If you go to the gallery that you're so used to seeing, if you go up here to the art gallery, you'll see that all of your names on the right side now actually have numbers. And the two teams that we're going to have are going to be the odd teams and the even team. And what we're going to say is, chances are you'll be relatively intermixed with the even and odd students in the course. For the first 30 minutes of the showcase, we're going to have the even students play the odd games. So anyone who has an even number next to their name is going to be walking around trying to find games to play. And everyone who has an odd number next to their name is going to be kind of standing next to their game, taking notes, watching people play it, take notes of the feedback that you get. What do people say? What are their mannerisms? Do they get stuck? Is the game too hard? Is the game too easy? Right? Are they bored? Do they like the art style? All this good stuff. What character do they prefer to play as? Things like that. That's what you're going to be looking for. Then, after about 30 minutes of playing different games and having a good time and watching your own game be played, we're going to swap it. And we're going to have the odd numbers students play the even games. And, so you'll get a chance to both play other games, but also watch your game be played. And if you're curious, the post-mortem assignment, which is going to release on Monday, this is your final exam right here. This is actually going to have you playing 5 games in the course and doing that same kind of let's play recording so that you will get recorded footage of people playing your game, and you will also play and record footage of you playing other people's games, okay? And then that's going to be the end, all right? You have a lot of time to do this final assignment. This is going to be an easy peasy assignment, okay? 13 post-mortem, easy points, but you will have to do it, right? That's easy to forget. I think over the weekend, I'm going to create one more little piece of technology that is going to put your submitted games into kind of a showcase style website, the kind of website that looks like this, maybe. Something like this. This is the EECS 494 showcase website, where every team fills out a Google form and registers their game. And because they registered their game, I can actually automatically generate this website, which is really cool, isn't it? And the form that is going to power your showcase website, it's actually the final problem in homework 12, okay? If you go to the very final problem of homework 12, you'll find that it requires you to submit your game, your final game link, to this Google form. And you can actually submit it multiple times if you keep making updates and changes. But when you submit it to me via this Google form, we should have all the information we need to generate that website. I'm probably going to have to generate it right as the showcase is starting, because that's when your homework is due. So we'll probably have students that are filling out this form at the last possible moment. That's going to freak me out a little bit, but I think we'll be fine. We'll see how it goes in any case. But we're going to have a website kind of sort of like this with your game visible and your playing link visible at umich3d.com. So if your friends and family can't make it to the showcase in person, or if you want to play everyone's games later, then you'll be able to go to umich3d.com and you should be able to find everyone's final project from this semester, okay? So, yeah, should be kind of cool. Okay, yeah, it's going to be auto-generated when you fill out that form. A couple of notes on the final grading schedule in this course. Once we have entered all of the grades for the course, and that should happen, just a day or two after you finish your postmortem and submit that, we'll announce that your grades are finished on Piazza or on Discord as well. We'll do a big blast so you'll know that you can look on Canvas and see your final official grade. Okay? And we're going to give you 24 hours after we make that announcement to email us and look at your final grade and let us know if we missed anything. Sometimes there are regrade requests that we just flat out forget to do. And that's a really good moment, this 24-hour period, to kind of reach out and remind us that, hey, you got to go grade this, okay? Or whatever. 24 hours later, your grades will be finalized and submitted to Wolverine Access, and it will show up on your transcript shortly after, okay? The grades in this course are looking very nice and high, but go and do that extra credit. Go to the 494 showcase. All you have to do is play a few games and take a selfie while you do so. And who knows, you might be really close to that A. You might be right in A- range, and maybe the extra credit gets you there. Who knows, right? I might as well do it. One thing you shouldn't do is grade grub. Okay, what does that mean? Have you ever heard that term before? It's very big in teaching and lecturing circles. Grade grubbing is when you don't really have a genuine reason for asking for more points, but you just kind of, email asking for some anyway. It's like, I really feel like I could use some more points here. Or, professor, I really want the A, but I have the A-. Won't you give me some more points? The answer is no. And any of you who have forgotten to submit or push to the Git repo and gotten a 0 in an assignment because you didn't do it, no, we're really not messing around, okay? We want your grades to be an accurate reflection of your knowledge in the course, okay? Knowledge of version control, knowledge of 3D, Blender, integration into Unity, and your discipline and behavior as well. So, you're not going to get any free points. Don't ask for them, okay? Don't ask for a grade bump. You will not receive it, okay? You'll get a stock email, and then we'll start ignoring your communication, all right? So, but if you do have things that genuinely were missed or incorrectly graded, then you should reach out because we want to get those fixed up for you right away, okay? So, does anyone have any questions about what the showcase will look like or what you should do? Yes.
If split between if even playing odd and then not playing even, does that mean even ones who are getting the games played later, do they set up later or?
Everyone sets up.
Set?
Yep. Everyone get ready. Get your laptop out. Get it ready to go. Find some desk space. Are you concerned there won't be space? What is your concern?
I guess more so. I guess. Not sure. It's like vacancy, even vacancy or something. I guess.
So I'm not really sure what you're asking, but what's going to happen is everyone in the course comes into this space and sets up by 1:30. By set up, I mean they have their laptops ready, their game is running in a browser right in front of them. Anyone could walk up and play their game at any moment. And then we say half of you are going to walk around and play all the games you can see, the games that have someone at them. The rest will stand next to their game and watch their game be played so they can take notes. There's a big problem if we just say, everyone run around and play any game you see, because you won't get to watch anyone play your game, ever. That's a big problem, okay? So let me know what you're thinking once you can articulate it, okay? Okay, any other questions, comments? Yes?
Do you know if it's possible to hook up the laptop to the
To beam it to the monitor?
To hook up the laptop to the monitor?
I definitely think it's possible, but I'm not sure what connection it uses. What you can always do is you can just log into the machine and, that's even better because now you have the machine and your laptop. So 2 people, if you've got a really beautiful game and everyone wants to play it, now 2 people can be playing your game, right? Okay, comments or questions? Okay, I encourage you, if you do not have your course completion stickers yet, come on up right away so you don't forget. Otherwise, in about 30 minutes, we're going to have the motion capture session happening in there. I think it'll be very informative. I think there is a motion capture course coming, so that might be a good taste of what might be coming in the future. And I will be just kind of walking around. If you have any challenges you're facing on your project, or you want any tips or feedback, let me know, okay? Be happy to help you. Okay, I'll turn some music on and rock and roll. We will see you all on Monday. It's going to be a really, really fun time, I think. Okay, you've worked very, very hard, and Now you're going to get to see the great fruits of your labor. Do not forget to make a web build. Test your web building. The worst thing in the world is going to be if you get to Monday morning and your game is fantastic. Oops, the web build doesn't work, and now you're doomed. Okay? That'd be really nasty. I will have office hours Friday and Sunday if you're running into any of those catastrophic issues. All right? So keep that in mind and come to those if you need them. Okay. Everyone watching online, we will see you later.